Carlos Alcaraz stood on the edge of defeat. Set 4. Championship points against him. The Paris crowd holding its breath. Jannik Sinner just one shot away from immortality. But Alcaraz, he didn't blink. He dug in. He survived. And from the jaws of loss, he clawed out victory. That's not just a champion. That's a warrior. It wasn't just a comeback, it was a resurrection. Alcaraz saved those match points like a man possessed. He didn't just hit his way out of trouble. He believed his way out. And when the pressure was at its peak, he delivered thunderous forehands and cool-headed decisions that would rattle any opponent. Then he roared. Paris roared with him. The ghosts of Chatrier heard it. Set 5 was a clinic in composure. Both men, legs drained, spirits tested, nerves exposed. But Alcaraz stayed calm, steady. He refused to miss. Sinner pushed him to the very edge, and he never backed down. And when it ended, after 5 hours of relentless, brutal, beautiful tennis, it was Alcaraz standing tall. Again, for the second year running, he lifted the Roland Garros trophy. A back-to-back French Open champion. At just 22, the question now isn't if Carlos Alcaraz is great. It's how great. Because that match wasn't just epic, it's instantly part of tennis folklore. Already, the debate is raging. Where does it rank among the greatest matches of all time? Among Federer-Nadal 2008, Djokovic-Nadal 2013, Borg-McEnroe 1980, that's the air this final now breathes. In terms of Roland Garros alone, there's barely any competition. This one may very well top them all. The stakes, the quality, the tension, the swings in momentum, the clash of personalities and styles. It was clay court tennis at its absolute peak. But when you include Wimbledon, the US Open, the Australian Open, things get murkier. Tennis is rich with classics. But what Alcaraz and Sinner gave us might just rewrite the order. Some say yes. Some say not quite. Rod McNamee wasn't convinced. He felt the level dipped at points. He said it lacked the sustained shot-for-shot purity of matches like Djokovic-Federer at Wimbledon 2019. Roger Federer, however, was more generous. He praised the spirit, the atmosphere, the narrative. He said the drama of the Alcaraz-Sinner final made it one of the most unforgettable matches of the modern era. But then Boris Becker entered the chat. And he didn't sit on the fence. This was the future of tennis being played at the speed of sound, Becker said. The fitness, the shot-making, the courage, it was like watching gladiators in slow motion. You could feel every point. Becker went on to say this final may not have been the cleanest technically, but was absolutely the most emotionally exhausting match I've ever seen. And he's not wrong. There was something almost cinematic about the way this match unfolded. From Alcaraz saving championship points to Sinner collapsing on the clay in exhaustion, to the final moment where the Spaniard fell to his knees, overwhelmed, it was theater. It had a beginning, a middle, and one hell of an ending. And the crowd knew it. You could see it in the standing ovations, the chants, the flags waving. Roland Garros knew it had just witnessed something eternal. The stats tell a story too. Over 5 hours of play. More than 400 total points. Dozens of winners. Dozens of breaks. Both players crossing 20 kilometers in distance covered. And one trophy, won by inches. Sinner, for all his brilliance, will feel the sting. He played like a champion. He fought like one. But in a match like this, there's no shame in finishing second. Only heartbreak. Because this wasn't about who was better. It was about who could last longer in hell. Alcaraz did. And now he joins elite company. Back-to-back Roland Garros titles at this age. Only Nadal did that before him. Only the greatest. And Alcaraz is chasing that path with fire in his eyes. He's not just the future of tennis. He is tennis. You watch him, and you see the blend of every great that came before. Nadal's heart, Federer's flair, Djokovic's flexibility, and his own unique, unstoppable spark. Now fans are dreaming of Wimbledon. Of Alcaraz chasing a third slam. Of a potential rematch with Sinner on grass. Of a rivalry that might dominate the next decade. And the sport needs it. With the Big Three era closing its chapter, matches like this remind us the book of tennis is far from done. Alcaraz and Sinner are writing new legends, new rivalries, new emotions. So where does this final rank? Some say top 5, some say it's number 1. But what matters most is how it felt. And if you watched it, every rally, every scream, every drop of sweat, you felt it. Deep in your bones. And that's what greatness is. Carlos Alcaraz didn't just win Roland Garros again. He gave us a memory that will outlive the scoreboard.